All right. I hope you guys are doing very good today. My name is Gabriel. I am the CEO of Techchak. So in this video, I am going to be walking you through how to navigate Techchak as either you're a first-time user or you've just been generally trying to find your way around. And one of the most commonly asked questions is, how do I, find a project? How do I submit a project? How do I find help? So I'm going to be addressing a lot of those in this video and helping you navigate yourself and how you can actually be on this platform and succeed. So the first thing I'm going to do is to log out of here. So I'm going to log out. I'm going to try to log in again like I'm a fresh, I'm coming in new. So I'm going to log in. And then what you see here is you see like a bunch of things. The first thing is like you see like suggested projects. Here, like, projects are suggested to you, meaning these are like projects that might probably fit you in your area of interest or in your level. And you can look for projects around, what you're comfortable with. If you're a beginner, I'm highly recommending you checking out the yellow tags for beginners. Advanced project are taking the blue tags, while the intermediate are taking like the purple tags. You might probably want to check out for that. Also on the right, top right, there are like different users that get randomly displayed to you. Those users are considered builders, and they're the accredited users that have some good level of knowledge in the area of interest you're probably in. So they are there to answer your questions whenever you're stuck in or you don't know what to do. You can probably shoot them a message and say, hey, introduce yourself, get to meet them, ask questions, ask them if they have any projects they want to recommend to you. Feel free to do that. It's very direct, and they will respond to you in timely manner. Um, Also, one another thing I need to point out is the prerequisite of being here. So it's highly recommended that you have some level of some basic knowledge. So meaning you might have probably learned, from somewhere you have like a basic knowledge of the subject matter you're getting yourself into, and you've learned the basic things, and then you're here to execute projects, meaning you want to solidify your knowledge by doing real life workplace projects. So that's the primary purpose of this platform. So I just want you to have that at the back of your mind. Now let's dive into the real business. So one of the things you might want to do is you probably want to walk around looking for projects here, or you want to go to projects on the left side, and there is a project tab you can click. So in this project tab, you can just feel free to go to the filter and then search for project in your stack, and also look for project in your level. Let's say you're looking for beginners project. You can probably find beginners project, it's around here. Or so for me, maybe I'm looking for an intermediate project. I can come here and change this to intermediate project. And then within the intermediate project, maybe I want to pick this project, exchange rate API with, Punjab. So what I'm going to do is to click this project, and then once I click, I can see every information attributed to the project. So one of the things I want to check is the project description. So the project description gives you an accurate like explanation of how it's like a manager. Your manager is communicating with you to you and telling you what exactly they want you to achieve in this project. So you want to pay attention to that. And also there's prerequisite. Prerequisite are tips or points, not tips actually, they are points that are needed for you to have done, like the task you must have done, or what you should know before you start this project, or what is recommended for you. In a lot of cases, there are previous projects you are recommended to have solved, and you would have found that link here if it's applicable. This is a direct project that doesn't require you to do a previous project, so you probably don't want to worry about that. Now, we also have says below is a Python code. This is like hints giving you like the kind of things you should know. This is going as far as showing you some code you can apply in this project, or you should be using to execute your project. So you probably want to take this seriously. And we also have the attachments. In the attachment field, we would most likely not have attachment for interests like cloud, stacks like maybe software. Attachment are applicable to stacks like you're in data analysis, data science, data reporting, or visualization. You might probably require you to have a data set that you're working with, but this is not our case here. Also, we have who created the project. This project was created by Techchak admin, so you might probably not be able to get visibility into who that is. So it's just like a default, admin user. And also the skill set you need, or the skill set you would achieve when you're done with this project. In this case, it's Amazon Web Service, and probably, EC2 that is not included here is probably a part of, the skill set you get in this. Another thing you will see here is you can ask for help. So I think asking for help is something you probably want to leverage a lot of times. I think a lot of people don't know what to do with this. Please use this well, because you're absolutely getting it just right off the bat. And what you want to do is to click, if you're confused, just click ask for help, and it navigates you somewhere, which is going to come up now. So it takes you directly to the area of interest that is attributed to that project, which is here. So you can see a lot of people are having conversations here already. You probably want to, drop your question, and within 10 to 15 minutes, someone will get back to you. So that way you have a direction on what you're doing. You're sure you're doing the right thing. If you have doubts, if you have questions, if you're confused about something, if something doesn't look right to you, this is probably the best place you want to ask the question. And you can always use the at support, or at support, or at Techchak support. You want to leverage that tag, or you want to tag someone in case you know someone here, or a builder. You can probably ask a question here. Another thing you can do, I'm going to go back. Another thing you can do is to check out, the recommended builders on the top left, on the top right. You probably ask them questions also if you're confused. But your best bet is to use this ask for help, because it takes you to a chat, a group chat, a support group where we have hundreds to thousands of people that are ready to answer your questions and help you. So it's faster that way. That's my recommended way. And we also have similar projects that are attributed to this type of projects. You probably want to check after finishing up this project. Now, submitting this project. To submit this project, what you would do is to click on add to do here. So you're going to have to add this project to your to-do list. If you click this, or when you click this, it takes you to a place. And then what you see here is your task. So under your task, there's a regular task, and you have just added this project to your to-do list. So in this case, we have exchange rate API, cron job, which you have added to your to-do list. I have this other project in my to-do list, and I have these other ones in progress. In your case, you probably have your first project in your to-do. So depending on how you've been setting up your project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the project from here, from this task. Once I open up the project, I'm ready to submit a solution. So this way, I'm activated to submit my solution by clicking submit solution. Now, once I click submit solution, I'm going to land on a page. Now, here, the only thing you have to be worried about here is to put a body. So there is title, heading, everything about the project, because you are responding to a project. So you don't need to worry about this information. Everything is already pre-filled for you. So you can leave those there and just go directly to the body. So the way I attempt my solution is to, this is a rich text editor, that's what we call it. And the way I attempt the solution is to come here and just, I might have, I already know what I want to do. I already go to like my maybe AWS or whatever tool you are using to profile your solution. I've gone there and I've gone through that solution. I've solved it. Then I want to go through a documentation step. In my case, I just prefer it's preference. Like in my case, I just like to create like a Google Doc and then put all of the step-by-step analysis, like how I arrived at my solution, the screenshots, the steps. If you have any code block, you want to add the code blocks there. And then this is what I will just, highlight, like Command A or Control A. I'm going to copy this. Then I'm going to back to my Techchak project submission, and I'm coming to the body, and I'm right clicking and pasting this. You probably want to do this twice. We have a bug right now. So I'm going to paste this again. And now you've pasted your solution. So you probably want to do like a one-time last check. And this is very important. You want to leverage, there are like different elements within the rich text you might want to leverage. Let's say you want to add like a code block. You can come here and, this is the icon for code block. You can click this and start typing, if you have a code you're typing, you can probably do all those things within that. But in my case, I'm not using a code block, so feel free to use code blocks. If you have a diagram you want to, use in this project, or you want to add more explanation, you probably want to screenshot and drag that screenshot here, and then, it's going to appear as part of your solution. Also, you want to leverage like the bullet points, feel free to play around this and see how it feels, and kind of like go through the use and understand how to use it. This will make your project look very presentable and look very nice, because documentation is very key. So Having said that, this is my solution to this project, and it's probably not necessarily, not necessarily maybe the right solution to this project, but I'm just giving you an example of how the layout might be. And this is not probably not the best, type of documentation. It probably doesn't look beautiful enough, but it tells a story. It tells us the steps. It tells us it's showing us the screenshot and all of the method you've applied to arrive at your solution. So what you want to do here after doing this is to click submit. Once you click submit, this routes you to a page, and you get to be asked a question that says, are you ready to request approval for this solution? Now, you depending on what you want to do, you can decide to say, I'm not ready. So if you're not ready, that means you're still looking to improve some things, or you want to see how it looks. So you can probably want to save it this way, and then you can go back and try to edit the project again, and say you make an update, and then landing back, you might get the question again. Are you ready to request approval? If you're ready to request approval, what you want to do is to request that approval. Or better still, you can directly come here and request approval, and you get a question again. Are you ready to request approval? Once you say you're ready to request approval, one of our builders or support will get an email notified immediately, and they will attend to your problem. So you probably want to come back. They will attend to your solution or your request. And you probably want to come back to watch out for the comments you get here. So most times you get comments here concerning what you need to improve, what you need to work better on. And so hopefully this was really helpful, and I'm looking forward to getting your feedback on this video. Let me know, or let the team know if there's anything you're still finding trouble navigating your way around, especially if you're new. Please and please make use of the messaging. It's very good. It's very helpful. This is where we get to collaborate. This is where we get to ask questions, and we get to rub minds together. You can see a lot of people are sending in screenshots. People go as far as sending in code blocks just to help them get better, and then ask as much questions as they can. Thank you for watching this video, and happy learning, and I wish you all the best of luck.